Okay, hey Katie. It's the 12 Days of Teardowns. Thanks for joining me today. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Happy 12 days of teardowns.
Yay.
This is my
So
first one
today
of
we're
the
going to be
season.
awesome. I'm excited to get this out into the world. Today we're going to be reviewing Tula skincare, which is a brand that I think has a really unique product angle. It's all probiotic skincare, from what I understand. Is there any specific reason you signed up to join this review?
Well, I've actually purchased one of their products in the past, and I was influenced by a social media influencer who posts about them all the time. And I think she's an official, what do you call it? Like a somebody who has a code and affiliate. And I think she's
Yeah,
an affiliate
an
marketer.
affiliate. Yeah.
Yeah, for for the brand. And so anyway, I've like learned about it through Instagram stories, and then yeah, also was kind of intrigued by like, well, this seems a little bit unique in terms of what they're offering. So I ordered a product probably like 2 years ago. I think it might have even been a Black
Cool.
Friday deal, but it was like
Ooh.
stacking the discounts on top of each other. Where I was like, well, I can't not try this because I got such a good affiliate discount code, and they're doing a sale, and it was free. Satisfaction guaranteed or something. And I think I liked, again, about 2 years ago, I think, maybe even three. So I liked the product, but I lost my little tube of whatever it was. So I haven't used it in a few years. And I haven't been to the website in a few years either. So I was one of
Ooh.
those like
Okay.
influenced by a code and then not a return shopper. So this is
All right. Well,
my
we'll
first time back
see.
on the site after that purchase.
Yeah, cool. I haven't actually tried their stuff before, but I am excited to see what they have going on. Okay, so let's get started. I'll load up the webpage. Today we're going to review one of their best-selling products, which is the Hydrating Day and Night Cream. So
Okay.
we're going to go directly to the product page. And I guess just starting out, what are kind of your first impressions?
Let's see. My first impressions are we've got a lot of white space here. The kind of Tiffany blue is sort of reassuring and calming, I'm feeling. The
Hmm.
lowercase, like yeah, lowercase title for Hydrating Day and Night Cream just makes it seem like low impact, again, calming, refreshing.
More
That's sort
casual
of,
or something.
yeah, more casual. That's like the vibe I get right off the bat. Pretty small
Yeah.
text. And the product image is pretty small on this page. So it is kind of
Hmm.
funny of like, oh, maybe this is a mobile first design, or maybe they are just giving us that impression of, yeah, like calmness and little
Yeah,
subtleties. What do you think?
definitely. I think so. When I first looked at it, I also was, it's interesting that you mentioned the Tiffany blue color. I feel like that was also immediately stood out to me, and like the emphasis on the product packaging rather than the actual product, which kind of
Mm,
makes sense, I guess, for a skincare brand. You can't necessarily only feature what's inside of the packaging, but I do like that they have something, in here that kind of shows the texture of the cream. It gives you an idea of what it
yeah.
is. And then I
I
like
almost didn't
the,
notice that. That is very subtle, but I like that too.
oh, funny. I
Just the
also
white
like
on white.
they have a little bit of social proof here.
Yeah.
I think if you're familiar with beauty brands and you know these magazines do those reviews each year, editors' picks and things like that, I think that can provide some additional trust.
For sure.
Um,
Yeah, looking a little
what do
closer
you
just
think?
at that product description area, like the 24/7 moisture called out above the product name. I like that because that's
Mhm.
giving me like a clear product value proposition right off the bat. And then we've got over 4,000 reviews. And it looks like it's hard to say is that 4,000 5-star reviews or there's 5 stars on average and
Right.
we have 4,000 reviews. Either way. Oh, and as you hovered, I can see that's clickable. So I like that. That's something that we've
Hmm.
definitely tested for clients, putting review stars up higher on the page, adding them into the buy box. You don't necessarily need the reviews high on the page, but you just need the opportunity to reach reviews if you would like to really prominently. So I
Yeah.
like how they've done that. That like helps me build trust as a user of like, okay, this isn't. I mean, like I said, I found out about this brand through an influencer campaign, which means I didn't have a lot of background on like how big this company was. Is it like a brand new D2C startup? Or is
Hmm.
it more of a well-known brand? So seeing that little bizarre social proof logo that you mentioned, that helps build up my trust in the brand. And then seeing this many reviews also tells me like, okay, they're established. They've sold this product for a while. And it does kind of give you that, yeah, just more confidence and more trust in like the size of the company and the quality of the product.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it is interesting. I've read stats about how sometimes having actually 5 stars is less impactful than having, 4.8 stars, because
Mm,
5 stars can seem untrustworthy. It's like, are they actually all those 5-star reviews?
yeah,
Which it's kind of a catch 22, because if they are,
right.
that's amazing and
It's
you
great.
clearly have a great
But we don't
product.
believe it's too
Yeah.
good to be true.
Right. But if it is, like you were saying, if it is sort of an average of 5-star reviews rather than really what is reflected in this total amount, it might be interesting to see, to like test out a less of an average and more of like a culmination of all of them or something.
Right.
Um, what I guess the next thing I sort of noticed was there's just seems like there's a lot of numbers going on here, like 24/7 moisture, 4,000 reviews, $54, 4 payments, 22, 2, blah, blah, blah. What
Yeah.
have you seen sort of in your testing with other clients about having all those different kinds of numbers, or like lots of information in that buy box area?
Well, in general, I think numbers can get more attention than a long paragraph of text. And so, even like right now, as we're scanning through this, like we've been staring at the screen now for a few minutes and I haven't actually read that paragraph, right? But I did
Mm-hmm.
notice 24/7 and I saw that $22, save $22. And so, like, numbers will get attention, but you're right. In this case, there might be too many. And we're always conscious or cautious of when we have too, like, we're asking the user to do too much math. And so, from a page design perspective or just a content perspective, where can we be really clear about the discount? Like, actually, select supersize to save $22. That's pretty compelling. You know, we're not saying like, oh, save 17.5% or whatever. It actually is
Mm-hmm.
30%, which when you do give that percentage discount, that's a test we really like to do. Do we show the percentage off? Or do we show the dollar amount off? And it is different for different products and especially for different price points too.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wonder if they've tested this, but that $22 sounds pretty compelling when we're talking about a 50 some dollar product. So I like that. They could also make it, I mean, again, numbers get attention, but you could also make that a little more graphical, like show me that in
Yeah,
a little pop out or something, just because it is a compelling purchase incentive or buy up incentive.
totally. It is kind of
Yeah.
interesting, like if you've scrolled down a little bit and then you're switching between these two, like I am, because
Mhm.
I don't know that I would click this until I've scrolled down a bit. You can't actually see the price change up here.
Oh, that is sort of weird.
Like I would
Yeah.
imagine, I don't know, I guess if I'm like, oh, okay, I'm thinking about maybe purchasing this product, I'd probably come down here and want to be reading what's in this
Yeah.
additional content and be switching these and be like, oh, maybe they're the same price. I don't see
And it
anything
looks like the
changing.
product image changes slightly, like you're getting the different
Oh.
size container, but that's hard to see because the image is scrolled up too high. So yeah, it seems like you could definitely test making that product image a little stickier on the left. So as you scrolled in the buy box, you'd still see the product image. Also,
Mm-hmm.
we've tested, well, a sticky add to cart button for sure, but even including the price in a sticky spot. And so as you toggle
Mm-hmm.
between regular and supersize, maybe you would see that 54 to 88 switch somewhere in your viewport. Because you're right, that's the
Yeah.
main thing you're looking at. Like, okay, how does it look different? And then, yeah, what's the price difference here?
Yeah, interesting. I like that idea. And I guess just as you mentioned, with switching between the regular and the super size, it actually doesn't look like the image changes that much, even though it
No.
does. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just that it looks
And
like
it's the
just
same
the
size on the screen, so that's funny.
right, which makes me feel like why would I buy the super size? And then I
It
was
looks
also gonna
exactly the
say
same. Yeah.
it's interesting because I guess I'm used to seeing on websites maybe like a carousel of images down here, and I can't really tell. This kind of looks to me like maybe an error or something.
Hmm.
Like I wouldn't automatically think to click through. I'm not sure. Oh, I guess it's a video. Huh.
Oh,
Interesting.
yeah, that was kind of unexpected.
Ooh, some ingredients.
Oh yeah, these other images are great. That's funny. I wouldn't have known to even look for more images. It looked like there was only one in the carousel.
Right.
Oh,
Oh,
here we've got some
interesting. You
good
can't
proof
go.
in numbers. Seeing
Yeah.
the product in someone's hand, that gives me a way better idea of the size. Like
Yeah,
that one.
agreed. And I know that um, we have some other clients that have sort of these like ingredients images on their
Mhm.
websites. Do you typically see that those perform pretty well or that people like those?
I think so. I think like, and this is sort of like an infographic style flat lay of all these, and they can look really great. Like here, I mean, watermelon is a pretty thing to look at. Sometimes ingredients in
Hmm.
healthcare products are not that pretty to look at, so we kind of laugh at
Right.
that. Like, oh, another brown powder in a flat lay image. But in
Yeah.
this case, I think they did it well. And then also bringing those product values, like this is all information that I would expect to see if we scroll down the page. We'd probably see an ingredients
Hmm.
list. We'd probably learn about the prebiotics and the chicory root and those kind of things. But the fact that they've brought this up into the or the image carousel, that means that we didn't have to
Yeah.
scroll to see it. And I feel like that's definitely a benefit, because if I do just want to learn about this product quickly, I'm probably, if the carousel was a little bit more intuitive and let me know that I had more images to look at, I would see this
Yeah.
quickly and I wouldn't have to scroll, and I would learn a lot about the product right here in the above the fold area on desktop. So I definitely like that.
Awesome. Okay, so let's move down the page a little, but I guess just in summary of the above the fold or including the buy box portion
Mhm.
of the products page, some of the ideas were potentially testing like reducing the number of numbers, and maybe testing how much text they have here, and then potentially making some sticky features like with the images or the price, or potentially a sticky add to cart button.
Yeah. Really quick
Anything
before we
else?
move
Did I
down,
miss?
that like suitable
Yep.
for section, it kind of looks like those are clickable. Are those like the oily
Oh,
combination different things? Are those clickable?
it does look like that, but they're not.
They're not. Interesting. Okay. I mean, that again, that feels helpful because it's just benefit focused language right there in the buy box.
Yep.
And it is telling me that, okay, this one might meet my needs because that's what I'm looking for. That's the situation I'm in.
Hmm.
So I like that. And yeah, we didn't really talk about the like one-time purchase versus subscription, but man, if that's something you offer on your site, so many opportunities for testing. Are we leading with a subscription? Are we leading with one-time purchase? How do you show the benefit of the subscription? Are you keeping them on this page to add to cart now? There's
Hmm.
nothing I don't think like wrong about this that I'm seeing right off the bat, but so many opportunities to test there to increase conversion and then also focus on that lifetime value, which is really that subscription play.
Oh, nice. Interesting. Yeah. So there's nothing you necessarily see wrong with it, but it doesn't mean that it's right. There's
Yeah,
probably
yeah. There's
room for
always room to optimize,
optimization. Yeah.
especially when it comes to subscriptions.
Okay, cool. Okay, so scrolling down the page a little bit, like you said, they did have I think one of the next image, which isn't loading, this one, I think is the same
The
information that we
same
have here.
content.
So they did,
Yeah.
yeah,
And that's fine. I'm
which,
okay that it's repeated, right? I might not have seen it in the
yeah,
carousel, and they seem like compelling, real results, as it says. Again, kind of like you said, if it's all 5 stars, we don't trust it. If this was 100%, we might
right.
not trust it. But because it's 96, 93, and 90, this feels like, oh, okay, this is real information. I believe it.
Yeah, totally.
An
Cool. I want to
opportunity to
click this
see full
see full results
results.
and just see what
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, a pop-up, kind of.
Okay.
How do you feel about this?
It's kind of what I expected, just because the see full results, I would want something a little bit scientific or kind of like a report, which is what it's a lot of text,
Hmm.
but that pretty much meets
I guess
expectations
the positive part is that it's not taking you off the page to see the full results. You're still
for
on the
sure.
product page, which
Yeah,
I
that is a good trait to
imagine
note
is good.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
All right. Some benefits. Similarly,
Interesting. It's funny. This list isn't
Yeah.
that long. It's like you almost could have just put them all on the page for me, but
Yeah, that's true. All right, and now we got some of that brown powder and stuff that you were
yeah,
talking
I
about in
know.
the ingredients list.
Peptides. Is that really what they look like? Because those actually look kind of beautiful in that little image.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's kind of funny. I think we're used to this, right? On like beauty products and health products, is seeing
Yeah,
these little images, and just adding some color to what otherwise is just like a white cream product.
yeah.
But I think it's
I do
interesting.
think, I don't know, I feel like the imagery in the carousel for some reason is more
Yeah,
enticing
totally.
than what's down here. It's almost like hard to, I can't even really tell that that's an apple.
No, yeah, and the watermelon image was so pretty, and that's the one they didn't use again.
Yeah.
I do like this, the formulated with, formulated without. I think from a consumer perspective, I'm like,
Mm,
I don't really know what peptides are or collagen. Like, maybe there's certain things of that, like kind of buzzwords I look for in my products, but
yeah.
more likely I want something. I think that's kind of the angle of this company too, of like it's more a little bit more clean beauty products. And so what is not in this? Okay, there's no retinol. Oh, there's no gluten. That's interesting. There's no
Right.
sulfates. Like those kind of things. Um, Again, kind of some little buzzwords that you're looking for, but I feel like the formulated without somehow means more to me. Even though it's funny, like it's funny for your product page to talk about what is not included. Um,
Yeah.
oh, that's kind of interesting.
Interesting.
Okay, so the same idea. You open the full ingredients panel there.
And it's a does not contain ingredients panel, which, like you
Oh, and
said, is
that's
sort of
good too.
interesting. And it
Yeah,
seems like these are really the only five ingredients.
interesting. Yeah. I don't know if I again if I was buying this product, I don't know if I would think that deeply about those, but you do need to
Yeah.
like cover it for people who are ingredient sensitive.
Hmm. Oh, wow. This is a long product page. Okay. So, how to use apply date and night. This seems, I don't know, compared to the rest of the page, just a little bit like
Yeah, kind of under
boring and
designed and pretty
straightforward.
boring.
Yeah. Like doesn't really need a full panel necessarily.
Yeah.
Um, all right. So, well, looks like your
My influencer
influencer.
friend must be up here. Yeah.
Yeah.
They clearly have a strong affiliates network. Um,
So I think the positive thing here again is that they're not taking you off the product page. I know we've seen sometimes when brands put user generated content directly from Instagram, and then the when you click on the image, it takes you to Instagram, which is not what you want if you have your consumers on the product page. So that's a good sign for them, I think.
yeah. And I think just the way they've shown it, where we're able to see a number of content creators' content right here on the page, and it's actually giving us like a little preview. It looks like as you mouse over. So it's giving
Mm-hmm.
us that impression of like there's a lot here that we could scroll through, and there are a lot of
Yeah,
people's opinions that we could learn. It's obviously curated, but the fact that yeah, they're
yeah,
keeping you on this page while also giving that impression of like lots of real users like our product. That seems good.
yeah. Okay, so this is
What
interesting.
else we
So we
got?
have to scroll down the page quite a bit, I would say, to reach a you may also like section.
Yeah.
Um, and I do think that these are, I don't know, I like the imagery, like I said before, of the product sort of in the background of the packaging. And
Mm-hmm.
all of these have that badge for bestseller, but also for some kind of trust builder from a
Mm-hmm.
publication, um, which is all
Interesting that
positive.
we're
Go
all the
ahead.
way down here, and now I've seen this. Okay, first product, purifying face cleanser. Second product was the hydrating day and night cream. I kind of thought we were on the product page for hydrating day and night cream, weren't
Well,
we?
right. I think
But I don't
I think
know, and
we
I'm all the way
are.
down here. Oh yeah, look, there is a sticky add to cart. I just noticed footer.
Oh, where is it?
Hydrating day and night cream, $88. Add to cart.
Oh,
We totally had banner blindness for that, or maybe it just appeared when we made it 50% through the
yeah.
page or something. But anyway, so we are on that page. So that's weird. That's confusing because I'm already interested in buying this product, and then you just said you might also like this product. But anyway,
Right.
that's got to be some Shopify widget logic that we can fix there. Don't recommend the
Yeah.
product of the page I'm already on.
Yeah. Um, I also think it would be interesting to know, like, maybe, like you were saying with the subscriptions, I wonder if there's like an opportunity to test those recommended products higher up on the page because maybe you're interested in, I don't know, adding one of these on, or you realize that you came to the wrong page and you actually want the purifying facial cleanser.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. And
look,
thinking,
4.8
oh, 4.8. Okay. So that
instead of
feels more,
5.
that's what we wanted. That's exactly how many
Yeah.
stars we wanted.
Interesting.
Yeah, the recommended products is interesting. I think it can totally depend on the product mix at the company, at the brand and the site, because if if we have a number of hydrating facial products here at Tula.com, um, this might be an opportunity to be re-navigating to a product that meets my needs more closely, right? But
Hmm.
if the other products here are totally different, like if, oh, the other ones are eyeshadows and lipsticks and like different,
Hmm.
completely different products, um, then it's kind of like you're not giving the user the opportunity to re-navigate to meet their needs. You're actually like distracting them and exposing them to a totally different product line, which sometimes can be helpful. And so
Yeah.
I feel like this is a really good opportunity to test for individual brands. And like you might not know what the best solution is until you do test on your own site, because just based on like what that user journey is, do I need to be exposed to completely different product lines? Do I need to be shown similar products? Do I just need to be made aware of what products are offered here, especially
Yeah.
if I started my journey on the product page? And so like in this case, I mean, we're seeing similar products, we're seeing the exact same product, but yeah, is it going to detract from my original shopping journey, which is buying a day and night hydrating
Hmm.
cream, or is it going to enhance that? And it could really go
Interesting.
either
Yeah, so
way.
it sounds like a good testing opportunity,
Yeah.
um, to see what works for their brand. And maybe they've already tested it. Who knows?
Yeah,
Um,
maybe.
okay, so it looks like the rest of the page is mostly reviews and then some calls to action. But in summary, I think we had some pretty good ideas for them. And I guess if you could give this product page a score, 1 to 10,
Mhm.
what would you give it?
I would probably give it a 7. I think it had almost all of the elements we usually look for on a product page. Maybe a 6.5. That the product carousel thing definitely docks some
Yeah,
points for that, because again, they had good product images, but it wasn't intuitive that we were going to be able to access them. So it seems like they kind of
right.
had a film strip, but it wasn't working. Anyway, that was kind of weird. But I actually liked the content of their product image carousel. The fact that they offered the subscription option, I liked that. Although again, lots of opportunities to test. The fact that there was a
Hmm.
sticky add to cart as we scrolled down the page to learn more about the product, definitely liked that. They've got user generated content, they've got reviews, they've got product details and proof in numbers. Like you said, the kind of social proof badges from publications. So really all of the right ingredients here. And they've got the ingredients listed and what's not included. They've got everything they need
Awesome.
here on the product page. I think, yeah, definitely opportunities to test, like playing up some of those high value things like the subscription, yeah, like your product images and proven numbers. But yeah, 6.5 to 7, 6.75.
Nice. All right. Well, you heard it here first from expert conversion optimization strategist, Katie. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Katie, for joining this teardown. And hopefully the team at Tula enjoys it. And then also other brands watching get some actionable tips for their own websites as well. Feel free to follow along with our campaign on Twitter at The Good and visit us at thegood.com if you want to get in touch. So thanks again, Katie, for joining, and thank you for everyone watching as well.
Thanks, Caroline. Happy holidays,
All right,
everybody.
bye.
Bye.
Happy holidays.